Okay, this video is about sending your cards into StarStock. If you didn't see my first video where I kind of stepped through the stock market for sports cards, go ahead and check that one out. I'll try and link to it here in the description. But basically, the way that I'm approaching StarStock is taking all of my singles, all of my one-offs, all my things that frankly are just kind of taking up space in my collection area. Gonna send them in because they have a vault. They can keep they can keep an eye on them. They can keep them sorted and tagged and all that kind of thing. And also, I can go ahead and take those things, put them up on the marketplace, and see if someone wants to pay what I'm looking for them. So at the end of the day, what's going to happen? This is the home page, of course. When you click into the collection, you can see the purchase that we made last time. We made a video. We got some Eloy rookie cards just to kind of show off, how easy it was to kind of buy some cards here. When I send in the cards, they're all going to be populated here. It's going to be great. Cannot wait to be able to tag and sort and filter and list prices and do all that kind of stuff. This is a really slick dashboard and really can't wait to get this thing in. Now, when you want to send in cards, the first thing you do is you kind of just click over here to your accounts tab and you say, hey, send in cards. That's going to open up this form that we'll get to in a second. But just to show you what it is that I'm sending in, I went through my collection here and just decided there's a couple hundred in here. Lots of rookie cards, lots of drafts, some pretty good stuff in here. There's some autos, some first edition, all that. So what the send-in form asks for, a couple things I just want to highlight. One is there's an ingestion fee. This just started earlier this month, so I guess I just missed it. 25 cents a card. So a couple hundred cards, this is going to be about $100, a little more than $100 for me to send in what I'm sending in. But I think it's totally fair, right? These guys have to take a look at them. They're, assigning a grade to them, their loose StarStock grade. Totally worth it. 25 cents. We'll make up for that when we sell all these things. There are some other things in here: fast pass, sealed wax, graded cards. This doesn't apply to what I'm doing, but that may apply to you. So give this a read through. Rejects, of course, if they take a look at a card and they go, this doesn't match the quality standards for the platform, or if it's just not a card that they're offering for sale. I'm a little worried about this. I think that I check all the boxes, but they will return them to you. So it's important that you have the money in your stock account to cover that kind of thing. I guess right now they're actually temporarily pausing sending home rejected cards in order to help with speeding up the processing time. Okay, there are a lot of people in the business who are kind of dealing with similar things. Hopefully they're not holding on to them too long, but again, these aren't my most important cards. So if they say, hey, we're going to reject this, and they hold on to them for a couple of weeks, that's okay with me. That may not be okay with you, but just think about it. Now, submission prep. This is the really important part. All raw cards in penny sleeves. Okay, so just seems like, this is, I do this anyway, so it's not a big deal to me. I guess it might be a big deal to some other folks, but you want to make sure that everything's packed in penny sleeve. And then if you have graded cards you're sending in, I'm only sending in 2 in this package. Bubble wrapped, packed tightly. Top loaders will slow down processing, will be discarded, yada yada yada. What else is in here? Oh yeah, please provide a penny sleeve for every card. Not sleeved will slow down. Also, if you pack all of your cards mixed up, that'll slow down the submission as well. So what I did, you'll see when we get to the packing up part, I built this spreadsheet about my submission. I told them what box number it was in. Let's get down here to, you can see there's 2 boxes, and the cards are in this order. So I tried to match them by player, by set, all that kind of thing. Think that that'll really help. They mentioned that down here at the bottom of the form, right? Upload a list of your cards. It's optional, right? You don't have to do that, but organizing your submissions by player and set will drastically speed up processing time. I'm doing these guys a favor. I really want, I'm doing myself a favor too. I really want these things up on the site as soon as possible. It was a little bit of effort on my end, but totally worth it. So I'm going to go ahead, and fill this this sheet in. As far as the upload list, maybe we could just do it quick. I know I showed it a couple times, but look what box number it's in, player, type, year, number, you know, BD196. I make some notes. I don't exactly know the format that they wanted that in, but I figure this is, you know, at least close. This is what I would want if I were in their shoes. So hopefully they find this sufficient to help speed things up. So I'm going to attach this spreadsheet to the form and get this form going, and then we will start packing these things up. So we've got the file ready, we've got all that ready to go. Now it's time to get these things packed up and shipped in. Now, according to the form, they ask for a couple things. Really, the main one is that they want the cards, you know, together, right? So players together, sets together, things like that. The list that they're, or the order that they're in on that list, is the order that they're in here in these piles. So this should make it nice and easy for them to kind of go through. You can see here's a bunch of Jamari Baylor all together, of course. Man, that's a lot of Jamari Baylor. And so this should make it really easy. You know, I'll label it on the sheet, you know, box 1, box 2. I'll label the boxes. Now, these are 400 count storage boxes meant for, you know, for trading cards. I think they're rated at 400 if they're not in penny sleeves and they kind of fit in there. So, you know, I'm sending in, I think it's about 544 cards. We're roughly going to split the deck in half here. So, you know, obviously we're not going to fill it in. We're also going to, you know, leave room for some packaging, you know, on either side. I'm going to take the poly bags here, kind of wrap them around it, both on the inside and on the outside, so that we can really protect these things as they go in. Hopefully that's not too much packaging for the fine folks at StarStock. But let's start. So, we're going to take, like I said, one of these poly bags that you've seen me use about a million times before here. Crack this open. And this is going to be a little awkward. We're going to try and get, let's move this stack up. This stack, man, that's a heck of a stack. Get this in here. Okay, standing up. This is definitely kind of awkward to get this plastic on here. Okay, it's feeling okay. Get them in here. Now I folded the plastic underneath, so there's a little extra padding underneath. There's obviously a little bit of room here, so I'm going to take an extra poly mailer, just kind of crumple it up here and fill some of that space. Nice. Okay. This is feeling, well, let's add another one. And this was the bigger of the two stacks, so we know that we'll have to do a little bit more on the other one, but okay. That feels pretty good. Mark that as 1 of 2. Taper up. I'm going to do one piece of tape here. And a larger piece of tape going the other direction, just to kind of make sure we've got that. All right, nice tight box. Let's do box number 2. I'm going to speed this one up. Same thing though, same deal. Okay, so we've got our 2 boxes. These are packed up. They're feeling solid. And what we're going to do, we're going to laugh. We're going to poly bag the outside of these boxes. Just kind of get them both in here. Kind of a why not. Make sure that's good. And then we're going to put these into a mailer. We're going to put some of the, I like to, of course, reuse shipping supplies. These are some, kind of the little airbag mailers that like Amazon includes in their packages. So I'm going to include some of these kind of going around. Probably like this. And then we're going to get this into a white poly mailer. Let's see. At this point, I recorded another like 3 minutes of me just kind of finagling those things into the bag and, double and triple bagging and all that kind of stuff. But I think you get the point. I don't need to send you through that. Really excited about this. Really excited to see how this process plays out, how long it takes, and get these things up there. And I hope that you'll join me on StarStock. It seems like a really cool marketplace. Of course, it's only as cool, or it's only cool really when there's enough people in there to kind of make it active. It seems pretty active, but of course, the more the merrier. So hopefully you'll join me on there. If you do decide to join, use code DrewCardsCoach at sign up. You deposit $10, you get $10, an extra $10 on me. Join me, on there, buy some, Eloy cards, buy whatever you want. I don't care, maybe buy some of the cards that I'm submitting right now. That'd be pretty cool. So again, StarStock, code DrewCardsCoach. Hope to see you on there, and happy collecting.